Hello there and welcome to 3Spoonies. We're your hosts, Karen, Jo and Claire. This is episode number 59.5 and we're discussing PTSD. For these community questions, we're not going to go into anyone's conditions or situations in any detail, but we will list any keywords in the show notes if there's terms you'd rather avoid or you're not ready to listen to at the moment. Let's get into some questions.
Are you drowning in admin, struggling to keep up with emails, invoices, social media, or the endless to-do list that comes with running a business? Then it's time to call in Vicky Admin Fairy, an award-winning virtual assistant who brings order to admin chaos. Vicky works with all entrepreneurs, regardless of their background or abilities, to take care of the time-consuming tasks that slow you down. Whether it's managing emails, sorting financial admin, handling social media, chasing late payments, the list is endless. She saves business owners hours every week, reducing stress and ensuring everything runs smoothly. With 25 years of experience, a flexible, client-focused approach, and a reputation for going above and beyond, Vicky adapts to your needs, making your business more efficient so you can focus on what you do best. And the best part? You'll have more free time to grow your business, boost profits, or just enjoy life without admin headaches. Want to free up your time and get your business running more smoothly? Visit www.vickyadminfairy.co.uk or email hello@vickyadminfairy.co.uk to find out how Vicky can help you.
Hello, I'm Karen from Pony Pony Pony.
And I'm Jo from Bright Cat Business Solutions.
Our stationery.
And together we're 3Spoonies navigating our way through life and business with not enough spoons. So we are joined again by Christine Spencer. Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Would you like to tell us a little bit about you in case people have forgotten since last week or if they missed the episode?
Yes, thank you. So I'm Christine Spencer and I run a small business called Mental Strength and Wellbeing that focuses on everything to do with mental health and wellbeing. So mental health, suicide first aid, neurodiversity, trauma therapy, breaking down into stress management, anxiety, depression. So everything that fits under the wellbeing sort of spectrum, offering organisations training to educate people on the subject of mental health and wellbeing, coaching that will help people to sort of move forward and to identify a solution to their issue, therapy that will help people to sort of break down the trauma that they have experienced and that they can then, as I refer to it, compartmentalize what they have experienced so that they can go about their life in a very ordered way without sort of too much sort of trauma being reignited. So there is a lot that I do cover, and one of the key subjects that I love is women's mental health as well.
Thank you for joining us. I'm just going to pass over to Claire for some questions. Whoosh!
Captain the whoosh. Thank you. So I've got a few questions from our community. So our first is from Peyton, who says, I run role-playing games for my friends. We had a session before we started to discuss any triggers. We also have X cards people can hold up if they're uncomfortable. Is there anything else I can put in place to help?
Okay. So we're in the session and we're using these cards and we're asking people in that time, is there anything else that they could be triggered? Have you tried maybe before the sessions sending out an email or a WhatsApp message to say, this is what we're going to be talking about? Is there anything that we need to consider? That way, people are coming along knowing that they've already highlighted rather than having to highlight it in the session in front of other people.
Answers that quite nicely, actually. It's a nice way to do it.
Thank you.
So our next question is from Carla, who says, I'm in a much better place than I used to be, but I find grounding techniques work less than they used to, as I've done them too many times. Are there any good techniques to use or somewhere to look so I can try some different things?
So our self-care sort of techniques for helping us through PTSD or whatever it might well be that we're experiencing are very personal to each and every one of us. So I often say to people, what is it you enjoy doing? What is it that you could start doing more of? Or what is it that you could replace so that you're not always repeating? The NHS give the sort of 5 top tips around socializing, you're keeping in touch with people, eating healthily, maybe having some exercise, not a marathon, but maybe starting a bit of exercise. Even 15-minute walk a day is an achievement in its own right. Try something new. We've mentioned journaling previously. Start writing a diary. Not everyone likes that. Might well be take up a new hobby or learn something new or add to what you already know. It is something really personal to us. And I would encourage maybe your individual there to think about talking to someone about what they do and what they could do so that that encouragement can come from somebody else. But I can't tell you what to do because that's quite unique to you, your hobbies, and what you enjoy doing.
Yeah, it is kind of different for everyone. We all cope with things differently. We all
Yes,
find different things work for us. No one is the same.
exactly.
It is more about finding what works for us individually.
Yes.
As I said in the last episode, I'd never thought I'd be someone that journals. And
Yep.
yet look at me now, it's like my 3rd year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Definitely.
don't do it every day, but I do. I know I do it more when I need it, so it's a good practice if it works for you. Our last question is from Adam, and he says, "My friend doesn't feel safe to leave the house. Are there any forms of therapy that can be done remotely?"
Therapy can be done online. Therapy can be done in person. It's an individual's choice as to what works for them. Dependent upon the situation, I would work with an individual and decide what is going to be best for them. Is it better for them in person and sort of choose somewhere that is neutral, but is also comforting for the person, that helps them to keep safe, feel safe. But online works really, really well, so long as the individual is happy to have their camera on, because therapy online, for me, it's quite important for that person to have their camera on so that I can keep them safe and I can understand and see how they're sort of feeling so that I can sort of acknowledge that maybe that question wasn't the right question or, they're not feeling comfortable. But yes, depends on sort of what the situation is as to whether in person or virtual would be better. Speak to your chosen therapist because some therapists only do in person, others only do virtual, others do a combination of.
Thank you. That was really helpful, and I hope your friend gets some help. So, Karen, I'm passing the whoosh back to you.
Thank you for the whoosh. Thank you for joining us again, Christine. Is there anything you'd like to plug, tell us about, or anything exciting we should be looking out for?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm always open to working with new individuals, new organizations to sort of help people embed that culture of well-being, but also to help them understand what mental health is, what suicide is, how suicide comes about, even doing talks on the subject of mental health and well-being. They're all things that I can help you individually, but also organizations to achieve. It's your choice as to whether it's training, whether it's coaching, whether it's therapy, whether it's talking about neurodiversity in the workplace, or whether it's talking about mental health and neurodiversity. All subjects intertwine. And a little bit late for this year, I appreciate. We've just had our 3rd Women's Mental Health and Wellbeing Conference, festival, as I call it. We're already planning our next event for July 2027. It's an inspiring, empowering day for women to come together to learn from each other. We've always had some fantastic speakers that bring their sort of lived experience, their personal and professional experiences into the room. And it makes people leave feeling part of a community. They don't feel alone. So if you are wanting to bring your lived experience or share sort of your experiences with other like-minded women, or you wish to host a stall at next year's event, then please do get in touch. All our proceeds do go to sort of women's mental health charities in the Northeast. We choose 2 different charities each year. Those charities do have to attend to sort of be nominated for the money, so they have to be part of the day. But that's okay, because a lot of charities do come along to our events. So it is a great day. I can be contacted at christinespencer.cs@gmail.com. Alternatively, have a look at the website www.mentalstrengthandwellbeing.com. Lots of information. You'll see all the information regarding our previous years and all of the work that I do.
Marvellous, thank you. Keep a lookout for that one. Thank you for joining us for 3 Spoonies on PTSD. We'd love to know your thoughts in the comments and any questions you have. If you've enjoyed this episode, please do subscribe for our weekly podcast and leave us a lovely review. You can also buy us a coffee if you like what we do. All the links will be in the show notes. We'll see you next week for our next topic, language and labels. Have a great day, take care of yourself, be excellent to each other, and keep track of your spoons.